In this video, I will compare the Hollyland Lark M2 versus the Maono Wave T5. The Hollyland Lark M2 is a pretty famous microphone, which gained popularity, I would say, in the last year or so. A lot of big YouTubers are using this microphone because it has a very good sound for its size and it's not that expensive. The Maono Wave T5 is basically a direct competitor to the Hollyland Lark M2. It has the same form factor, same functionalities, and the same idea basically. Both come in a charging case for both the mics and the transmitter. Cables for a camera audio input, USB-C and Lightning are also included in the package. Also windscreens, clamps, and a necklace for different mic positions around your neck. Okay, that's enough of unboxing talk, I would say. Let's jump right into the microphone test. This is the test of the Maono Wave T5 versus the Hollyland Lark M2. You can see both microphones right here. This is the Maono and this is the Hollyland Lark M2. You can see that the Maono is a little bit bigger than the Hollyland Lark M2, but just a teeny tiny bit. For full disclosure, I am recording the Hollyland Lark M2 into my iPhone, into my voice recording app. And the Maono Wave T5 is directly fed into the camera. Right now I will test a few things. First of all, I will test this right here, sitting in front of a camera, talking to you guys and see which of the microphones sounds better in a situation like this right here. Just a talking head video, nothing special. I have a lot of walls and surfaces around me, like on my left there's a monitor, behind the camera there's a wall where maybe some sound will reflect, so you could hear this in the recording as well. We will also do two more things. We will also test both of the microphones outside, so I will put on those wind reduction devices, let's call it that. English is not my main language. We will go outside on my balcony and see how the microphones perform there. We will do this in a second. We will also do the classical cap test. So I will, clip on the microphones on my head and we will see how this will sound, because I have seen some people out there that want to record like this. And of course, we do want them to be included in the test and see how this works. And last but not least, we will make a test where I just hold both microphones in my hands and we talk into it like a handheld microphone, which is also a technique that a lot of people out there are doing. So enough of this situation right here, I would say. Oh, actually, let's test one more thing. I am running around now. Oh, and I used the wrong chair. I don't like this chair for stuff like this because it's so high and you can see it in the background, I will pull this one away, put it right here where you can hopefully not see it anymore. And I will take this chair right here and put it over here. And by that, you can hear how this microphone sounds in the middle of the room. So now I'm in the middle of the room and I'm for some reason speaking louder, which I don't need because the microphones are where they were before. But this is how it sounds. So there should be a lot more echo, which will be recorded now by those microphones. I can leave and go into my bedroom, which you can hear right now. Here, the sound should be a little bit better because here's a lot of clothing and actually, I bring you with me. Come with me, little fella. We go into my bedroom right now. So we are now in the bedroom. I will not show you everything, but basically that's what I was talking about here. There's a lot of clothing. Therefore, the sound here should be better in theory. And this is how these two microphones sound in a more treated room. Let's say it's a little bit more treated. And now I'd say we go on to the balcony with the wind test. So it's beautiful out today, as you can see in the background maybe. There's a lot of green, the sun is shining. And this is how both of the microphones sound outside. So again, I have the wind noise reduction device, I don't know how they are called, on me right now. And there is definitely some wind, so you should hear wind noise now if we would not have the wind stopping devices on there right now. This is how it sounds. There's also a dog barking. Beautiful, quite beautiful. And yeah, I'm looking ridiculous on my balcony with a camera in my hand. Luckily no one can see me because everyone is so far away that they cannot see me. Okay, so this is the test from outside. There's definitely some wind right now hitting those two microphones. this is how it sounds. And you know, it's kind of interesting to make a microphone test because you basically have to talk about some random stuff so that you, the viewer, can hear the difference between the two microphones. And then in post-production you have to cut between the two lines and make them sync and stuff like that. But I mean, it's quite practical. So I love doing them actually. It's not complaining, don't get me wrong. Okay, now I am still outside and I have activated the noise cancelling feature of both of the microphones. The Maono and the Hollyland Lark M2, they both have a noise cancelling feature. But this is how both of those microphones sound with the noise reduction feature enabled. I personally really don't like the sound of both of the microphones with the noise reduction feature enabled. As you can see, there's a lot of wind right now as well. Here's like a bin that is making noise, so I don't know why this is there. But anyways, this is how both of the microphones sounds, again, with the noise reduction feature enabled. And again, I don't really enjoy the sound of both of them. Now there's a heavy breeze, so yeah. I mean, this should be a great test for both of the microphones. Let me know in the comments what you think about the noise reduction feature. I don't really like it, but what I like is to go inside again, and that's what I will do now. Right now I'm feeling very, very cool. Like, I think there isn't a way to look cooler on YouTube. So, as you can see, this is a head, and I have both microphones with their clips clipped on my head, and this is how it looks. It looks ridiculous, but some people actually like that look because it's, you know, pretty easy to clip it on and record something. And if it's just for the purpose of recording something and getting something across, this may be the best option for you to clip the lavalier mic actually. So we have on my left, we have the Maono Wave T5. And on the right, on my right, we have the Hollyland Lark M2. And again, I'm speaking normal loudness, and this is how both of the microphones sound. Again, I'm recording the Hollyland Lark M2 into my iPhone 12 Pro, and I am recording the Maono Wave T5 directly into the camera. I'm pretty interested as well, as interested as you, in which microphone will sound better in this particular position. But like I said before, I will let you know after the test what I think of both microphones and which one I think is the better one. Also regarding cost and regarding capability. So enough testing on my head, I think. I think this, you know, it looks like, oh look, this is, oh wow, that's kind of, I don't know what I think about that. That looks kind of creepy. Anyway, enough of this. Now we will make the handheld test. And I'm very excited for that because this is a very popular way how people on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok hold their lavalier mics. So let's go. So now this is what it sounds like with both microphones just in my hand. As you can see, I'm holding them right here. And I'm just normally talking, normal loudness like before. I hold them slightly off to my mouth, just simply because it's a natural, you know, resting position for my hands, and also to reduce the plosives a little bit, because now, of course, I can talk directly into the microphone, and if I put them in front of me and I say something with a lot of plosives in there, it could be that you can hear the plosives, in the recording later. So that's not what we want. So hold it slightly to the left or to the right of your mouth, and then everything should be fine. This is how it sounds. I actually just see that I have my head still on. Way better. So again, this is a position that is quite famous on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you watch your content, just simply because it's very, very comfortable for the creator. Just hold a very light microphone in your hand. The sound will be way better than, for example, if you would put the microphone on your clothing. So the microphone capsule will be able to detect just simply more of your voice. And that's it. I mean, you should not hold it like I am right now. I don't know why I hold it like this. You can just hold it in your hand casually and talk while and move your arms while you're talking. That should not really affect the sound that much. So the Hollyland Lark M2 I actually have for a while, and the Maono Wave T5, this one was sent to me by Maono without any instructions. So basically they just asked me if I want to test it, and I said yes. So they sent it to me, and now I am testing it. I told them that I'm going to test it again, the Hollyland Lark M2, and they were like, whatever, dude, just do your thing. So they haven't told me what to say or what to do with a microphone. And this video is not sponsored by them, but I just thought that I should mention that to you. This was sent to me, this I bought with my own money. But this will not change my opinion, which I will give you right now, I'd say. Oh, one thing we can test actually, and that is, what if I put the microphone on top of my camera? So right now, both microphones are on top of the camera, which I do not recommend because this is probably too far away from my mouth. So you will hear most likely a lot of the room. But in theory, you can put the microphones also on top of your camera and then move around with it. And for example, if you have a lens like I have, which can be very, very close to you, which is a very, very wide angle lens. Right now we are at 10 millimeters. I'm basically just one length like this away from the camera, even though it probably doesn't look like it. If you have a lens like that, you can maybe put the microphone on top of the camera. It's not very secure because the magnets, they are not that grippy on the camera, but in theory you could do that. And with that, let's conclude the test and let's hear what future Florian is thinking about both of the microphones, which are again the Hollyland Lark M2 and the Maono Wave T5. Okay, I would say enough with the test. Now a few thoughts and conclusions about both of the microphones from me. So at the chest, I would say that the Hollyland Lark M2, it's a bit clearer, you know? Both microphones sound great, but in my personal taste, I think I like the Hollyland Lark M2 a little bit better than the Maono Wave T5. The Maono Wave T5 sounds a little bit more muffled. For example, this right here is the RØDE NT Signature Series, and it's a microphone that is pretty clear and I would say has a very natural sound. This right here is the Shure SM7b, and this microphone also sounds great in its own regard, and I love this microphone from the bottom of my heart, but it sounds a little bit more muffled. And it's the same with the Maono Wave T5 and the Hollyland Lark M2. I think the Hollyland Lark M2 sounds a little bit more like this here, like the RØDE NT1 Signature Series. So I would say the Hollyland Lark M2 is clearer and a little bit more natural, and the Maono Wave T5 is a little bit more muffled, which can be something that you actually enjoy and that you actually want in your recording. Outside, I would say it's about the same. Like, again, I think the Maono Wave T5 sounds a little bit more muffled and the Hollyland Lark M2 is just a little bit clearer. With the noise cancelling turned on, I think both microphones sound like garbage. I really don't enjoy the noise cancelling features of both of the microphones. I guess if you really have a particular noise, maybe if you're in the middle of a street, then I can see how this would work. And then of course it's better that the people at least hear your voice, no matter what. But I would never turn on the noise cancelling feature. I would rather have a lot of noise, but then my voice is, is clear. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those noise cancelling features on both of the microphones. I think, both of them are pretty bad. With the cap, I would say that the M2 surprisingly was way, way better. So the Hollyland Lark M2 sounded way better than the Maono Wave T5. I at first thought that the Maono sounded a little bit weird, and maybe I thought I gave it too much gain, but I tested it again with the cap, same position, a little bit less gain. And the sound still was pretty weird, I think. So I'm not sure what it is with the Maono Wave T5, but if you plan to use it on a cap position, I would not recommend it because it sounded pretty bad, at least compared to the Hollyland Lark M2. So yeah, maybe it has something to do with how the microphone capsule is positioned in the microphone. I don't know, but the Hollyland Lark M2 was better in that regard. Handheld, I think both microphones sound perfectly fine. I really enjoyed the sound of both of the microphones. I would say that the Maono sounded even less muffled in the handheld microphone test. I think, again, like both microphones were pretty much not identical, but on a very, very same level, I would say. And on camera, the last test I did, both microphones are bad. Like the microphones, they are not made for this. They are not made to put it on your camera. I wouldn't recommend it. It's very slippery on top of the camera. So the magnets, I said it in the test, they are not strong enough to hold on tight on the camera. So don't do that. That was just a test for the people out there that may be interested in that. So in the end, I would say it comes purely down to taste, because both of the microphones are about the same price. So yeah, it's basically only about the taste. Which one you think sounds better? I personally think that the Hollyland Lark M2 sounds better, so I would recommend the Hollyland Lark M2. I know that Maono sent this microphone, the Maono Wave T5, to me to test it, and maybe they are not happy with the video, but you know, it's not sponsored and I can basically do with the microphone whatever I want. I'm not saying it's a bad microphone, and I would say if it's a good microphone or a bad microphone. For example, also I did a review on the Maono PD400X, which is a fantastic microphone. I compared it to a lot of other microphones. I even compared it to the Shure SM7b. You can watch the videos right here. And it's a fantastic microphone. It's really good. It's very great value for your money. But with the Maono Wave T5, I would say it's not my personal taste. It sounds good if you like this more dynamic sound, this muffled sound, like the Shure SM7b, for example. But I'm a big fan of the sound of the Hollyland Lark M2, again. So I would recommend that. So if you enjoyed the video or you gained any insight from the video, I would really appreciate a like. If you want to see more microphone tests in the future, let me know. I have a video upcoming where I test all the microphones I have against each other to see which microphone suits your needs the best. So if you want to see that and you don't want to miss that, maybe subscribe to the channel. And that's it from my side. I hope to see you in the next video, and stay safe.